Let's look at a few more ideas from the Full Plate Diet book.
How about peanut butter and jelly? Well, the standard peanut butter and jelly does have a little bit of fiber in it if you use the squishy breads that aren't whole grain. But let me show you how to make this into a healthy meal. You want to start out with a good bread. One of the breads that's out there and pretty common that meets the minimal requirements is Nature's Own. It's 100% whole grain bread. Even better bread is one of these sprouted 100% whole grain breads, like Ezekiel bread. These are in the freezer because they don't have preservatives. And when you take them home, you want to keep them in the freezer and just take out a couple of slices as desired. There are other brands. Kroger has theirs, Aldi's has theirs, that are less expensive than Ezekiel bread. You can download the bread comparison form. We'll talk more about what these different things mean when we read labels in another module. You'll see listed here some of the breads that make the minimum requirements to be considered a healthier option. How about the peanut butters? Look at the ingredients. In Jif and Skippy, Peter Pan would be similar. They've added lots of salt, sugar, and fat to these. Even Skippy Natural, they've put sugar, palm oil, which is mostly saturated fat, and salt. How about this one though? Just peanuts. That's what you want. No added salt, just ground peanuts. There's several out there. The oil does tend to separate out, which bothers some people. You can mix that back in, or you can actually pull the oil out. The peanut butter will be a little drier. Once you mix it back in, you can put it in the fridge, and that'll help slow down the separation. Some people say you can put flaxseed in with it, and that'll keep it separated as well. Then you want to pick a healthier jam. It doesn't have all the added sugar to it. This one's one of the better options, but they do have fruit syrup in it, which is concentrated sugar. Better yet, just use fruit. Slice up the apple or banana and use that on the sandwich instead. Then you can end up with a pretty healthy peanut butter sandwich, 18 grams of fiber or more, and really that's a healthy meal and gets you almost halfway to that 40 grams for the day. How about pasta? Remember, we said most of the pastas should be in that quarter plate because their fiber ratio is a bit low, but if you use those legume pastas, it can be in that 3/4 plate. Instead of adding all that cheese and meat, consider the meat as a condiment and the cheese as a condiment. Instead, smother that pasta with all kinds of vegetables and fresh herbs. Put beans in. These can be snow peas, green beans, and if you're going to use any dairy or meat, just a little bit for the flavor. Here's a summer pasta dish that you could do with just a little bit of Parmesan sprinkled on there for flavoring. Are you ready for health?